Completing the square 9-5. It's difficult if you don't follow along. It can be simple if you understand the process behind it. Remember, we're going from this to this. X minus a squared plus b equals y, where we can identify the vertex. Notice what Nadeem did, right? Nadeem actually used the complete the square method in order for us to find our answers. It's actually the same method. Now, I'm not going to test you guys on completing the square to solve for x, okay? I'm going to test you guys instead on completing the square to find the vertex, and only the vertex. So let's talk about how we can complete the square first before we can actually do the process, okay? We need to figure out what this number is right here, boop, right there. And we're going to use this number right here and then divide it by 2 and square it. So I'm always going to take that number b and divide it by 2, okay? This is going to be 9 because 3 squared is going to be 9. So c is equal to 9. Boop, we got it, okay? Remember, it's b over 2 squared. Now, whatever we do to one side, we got to do to the other side as well. So let's figure this out. Divide that by 2, okay? We square that number. C is equal to that 6, that's 36. Boop, we got it. Divide that by 2, square it. C is equal to 16. Boop, we did it. Now let's use the complete the square method to solve for it, okay? And here's the kicker. You want to move all the x's on one side and then anything that's not a number, that's not an x, to the other side, okay? So notice what we did here. Boop, we moved the 16 over by subtraction. Then I'm going to square both. Then I'm going to take the negative b over 2a squared and put that to both sides. So then what I'm able to do is create a perfect square, because two numbers I multiply to 49, add the negative 14. Well, it's negative 7 and negative 7. They're both the exact same numbers. Now I can solve for x. And notice what happens here. I can now square both sides. That becomes x minus 7. This becomes plus or minus radical 33. Remember, when we square something, we get 2 answers, okay? So let's actually do this here. Let's actually do this on here, okay? I'm going to move the 9 over. X squared plus 10x equals 9. Then I'm going to extend, okay? X squared plus 10x plus parentheses squared equals 9 plus parentheses squared, okay? If I divide that number by 2, I put 5 here and here. X squared plus 10x plus 25 is equal to 9 plus 25. X, two numbers multiplied to 25, add to 10, it's going to be 5 and 5, okay? This is going to be 36, no, not 36, 34. Then I'm going to square root both sides, okay? So x plus 5 is equal to radical 34, and it's plus or minus. So our answer, it's negative 5, okay? Plus or minus radical 34. There we go. We did it. Got that there. Let's do the other one here. Other side. Boop, right there. Move the 6. X squared. I'm going to skip a step too. Okay, plus parentheses squared equals 6 plus parentheses squared. I'm going to divide the 8 by 2. I get 4. I square both those numbers. There you go. It's 6 plus 16. X minus 4 squared equals 22. X minus 4 equals plus or minus radical 22. X therefore equals 4 plus or minus radical 22. Voila, you're done. Okay, that covers that example there. Let's move on now. This example. The length of the maze has a 2-yard wide walkway around it. What are the dimensions of the maze? Okay, well, we know that the dimensions of the one is twice as long as the width, and the total area is 5,616. So basically multiply it, boop, 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 and then we set it equal to 5616. Notice how we have to get the x's by itself. We move the 16 over. Then we need to make, here's the kicker. We need to make that a positive 1 next to the x squared. So everything got divided by 2 to make that a 1. Now we can complete the square, and we're going to take the positive answer at the end. Boop, we did it, okay? So here we go. A maze and a walkway with the same total area has a walkway that is 1 yard wide. So let's take a look. It's only 1 yard wide. Okay, then we can skip this one for the sake of argument. Let's see, what are the dimensions of the maze? Has a walkway that is 1 yard wide. So we know automatically that it's 1 yard wide. Let's see. Oh, got it. Okay. Let me take a look at this. Oh, that makes sense. So it's going to be 2x plus 2 and then x plus 2. That makes sense. Okay. Let's actually do this on a separate sheet of paper, essentially. Okay. Let's do it on this here. Okay. That's going to be 2x plus 2 times x plus 2 is equal to 5616. When we do the blocks method, 2x squared, that's 4x plus 2x, that's 6x, plus 4 equals 5616. Move the 4 over, 2x squared plus 6x equals 5612. Divide everything by 2. Oh, that should be a 3x, by the way, not a 6x. Okay, 5612 divided by 2. Let's do that real quick. 5612 divided by 2. Oops, that didn't work. Okay, 5612 divided by 2. 2806. Now it's going to be a little difficult. I have to divide this by 2, and it's going to give me a decimal. Okay, it's going to be 1.5. Okay, 1.5. So here we go. X squared plus 3x plus 2.25 equals 2806 plus 2.25. Okay, therefore it's going to be x plus 1.5 squared equals 2806 plus 2.25. That's going to be 2808.25. When I square both sides, it's going to be the positive answer. So 1x plus 1.5 is equal to the square root of 2808.25. Subtract 1.5, that's your exact answer. So radical 2808.25, and then minus 1.5. Voila, we got it. So that covers that there. Okay, a little long, but it's not terrible. 2 more examples, okay? Use and complete the square. Now define a quadratic in vertex form. In other words, like we talked about, we want to write it like this. And notice how we have a y now instead of a number. You want to get the x is still by itself, okay? And notice what happened here. I moved the 11. I did the parentheses squared. It's 1616. And then I got y by itself after. It's not that bad. Let's do just one example. Let's do this one here. The x squared plus 6x plus 25 is equal to y. Okay, here we go. So y equals x squared plus 6x plus 25. Move the 25 over, and I'm going to do a plus parentheses squared equals x squared plus 6x plus parentheses squared. I divide 6 by 2, I get 3. So y minus 25 plus 9 equals x squared plus 6x plus 9. Okay, y minus 16. 2 numbers multiplied to 9, add to 6, it's going to be 3 and 3, and it's positive. I'm going to move the 16 over. Y equals x plus 3 squared plus 16. Therefore, your vertex, negative 3 is your x, and 16 is your y. That's your vertex, okay, for that one there. Okay, we have one more example, so here we go. This is the kicker. Like we just talked about, if it's equal to a variable, we still need to divide. We got to get rid of that negative 5, okay? I still move the 9,000 over, but I'm going to factor out a negative 5 for both of these terms, the 80 and the negative 5, and then still do the complete the square method. But notice how instead of just the number, parentheses squared, I need to multiply by the number that I took out. So it's going to be 8 squared times negative 5. Then we do the same process. So therefore, after that, we got our vertex. So now let's do this one here right off the bat, okay? Let's do this in a separate sheet of paper here. Okay, here we go. Let's do it on this. So y equals 7x squared plus 168x plus 105. I'm going to move the 105 over. Y minus 105 equals 7x squared plus 168. Then I'm going to factor out a 7 because I want to make this an x squared. So it's plus 7 parentheses squared equals 7 parentheses x squared plus, let's divide 168 by 7. It's 24. Okay. So when I divide 24 by 2, the 12 goes in here and here. It's 144. So y minus 105 plus, oh boy, 144 times 7. It's going to be 1,008 equals 7 parentheses x squared plus 24x plus 144. Okay. Then I get to finish this off y plus 1,068 minus, sorry, be 1,008. Sorry, my bad. 144, let me just double check. 1,008 times, sorry, minus 105. That's going to be 903. So it's 903. Oh, and my marker went completely. One segundo. Oh, it's probably because it's not tight enough. That's why. There we go. It's 903. So y plus 903 is equal to x plus 12 squared. Move the 903 over. Y equals x plus 12 squared minus 903. Therefore, your vertex x is negative 12. Your y is negative 903. We got it. We did it. We're done. Long lesson, but it takes some time to practice. Okay? So I would highly suggest that you guys definitely look at the work, definitely look at the methods, and get to it. For sure, I will be testing you guys on an example like I just circled. So definitely pay attention. Good luck on 9.5, 9.6 coming up.